Mr. Morehouse.
Mrs. Haverford.
Tell me about Kevin Corcoran. Is he prone to violence?
Police! Yes, but he has an inherent nobility inside him. What's your name, darling?
Annie?
If anything happens, sorry, I will.
What if Corcoran comes back?
Then I will be by your side. I hear you've been gallivanting around the town with Dr. Freeman.
My wife, her brothers were hung from that very lamppost. She remembers the screams.
Eva.
Copper?
I'm not thinking curious thoughts right now. There were rumors about Johnny Reb burning down the city. But if Lincoln wins, New York will burn.
You said it would just be Barnums and the docks that would burn.
Remember me, Ellen? Tell me the truth. I did, Kevin. I shared a bed with Joanna. Things, they spun out of control. I killed Grindle, and her sister ended up the same way.
I must warn you, even with treatment, your wife's gonna suffer a great deal.
I killed my own daughter, Maggie. What's the matter? You never seen anything bleed?
I have.
You live back there? The city? Too bad. It's a nasty place altogether.
You stupid bitch! You think you can steal business from me, do ya?
It was Buzzy Burke! He did this! Where's Eva? Buzzy's got her!
Welcome to the party, boys. Come on, sweetie. Let's see what kind of pugilist you are, huh?
Eva, we need to get you stitched up. Matthew.
I take my stitches, I get cleaned up, and then I go home.
Come on.
If I have to walk. Hello.
That makes 67. Nearly had to go. Kill another cat for more sutures.
Your husband is a comedian, as well as a sawbone. Stay still, Miss Addison.
Does Buzzy Burke know you were here?
No. And he won't be finding out. I'm gonna hunt down that bastard.
Another declined invitation, this time from the Buffalo Morehouses.
Are you truly upset by who's not coming to our wedding? I pray there's a steady stream of declarations.
I know what it is. It's having a Catholic stand up for you. It's a scandal, Robert, and I don't know why you persist.
If not for a Catholic, that Catholic, I would not be here to whisk you away to wedded bliss.
The Irish race did not hold a knife to my throat. Kevin Corcoran, your so-called best man, did.
There's some opium.
Yes.
Pardon me, Mrs. Haverford.
But your guests, sir. We scheduled an evening recital.
Do give the ladies my apologies, James, but I'm suddenly feeling terribly unwell. But please, let the concert continue as planned. I tried to wait up for you.
You need to make sure you rest.
Please, I feel good these days. How was work?
Quite enough.
Blood.
At least it's not mine.
Mrs. Maloney stuck her head in. She said Buzzy Burke's on a rampage.
That he is?
Do you remember what he did to my cousin Michael? Promise me you'll be careful.
I am. I always am.
We'll get you cleaned up. I'll make you some breakfast. Sure, I've got some rashers fresh from the butcher.
Fine. You started to sort out Maggie's things yet?
I'll get you a plate.
Death with a sickle stands nigh. Life's curtain soon will be falling. Listen, the angels are calling. Mother, dear mother, goodbye. My father ran off to catch a boat on his own. The blackguard. So me ma and myself and the left alive twin, we made out for a cove. The twin died a day out.
What age were you?
9.
Christ. When I was a kid, my old man was a stevedore. One day he took me to work with him. Famine ship had come in after a bad 9-week crossing.
I knew it.
Took me down the hold. I could barely breathe for the stink. Black cloud of flies hovering. Points to a pile in the corner and says, "That's what the English have done to our people." A heap of Irish. A heap of Irish all died on the passage.
Sitting here, facing what you're facing. Christ, hanging for not one but 3 murders yet. Kevin, know you're here. Fair enough. Tell Kevin Corkin when he gets to hell, I'll have the place all sorted for him.
Oh, it's amazing how a good, wholesome meal will just lift your spirits at the end of a bad night. And no one could save her. And that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. Everyone! Fair enough. We'll go it alone. Crying cockles and muzzles, alive, alive, oh. Now I'd like to stay and enjoy your generous hospitality, but you see, Buzzie's got obligations to keep. So enjoy your sleep. And you, not a peep.
Well, let's have a hand for Brigadier General Brendan Donovan, ward boss of the 6th, and a former member of this very department. Welcome home, sir.
Thank you, Captain. It's good. It's good to be back. I miss the old 6th. Now, I know that might sound a bit daft to some of ye. I was so hungry for news of the old 6th that I even had my secretary send the newspapers by parcel each and every day. I read good news and bad. I read of births and deaths and all the rough and tumble that life has to offer. And one night I read this. The 6th ward is nothing more than a cesspool of filth and vice where the idea of honest labor is as rare as the sober immigrant. You have officers lounging in the doorways of brothels, refusing to enforce Sunday closing laws, egging on fighters instead of interceding, and in essence aiding and abetting in the full-on spectacle that is Satan's circus.
Sounds like a grand old time, all right.
Now, I don't mind a little honest graft, a little clean vice, but I want it contained and controlled. I want it behind closed doors. Make no mistake, our critics partake in the same recreations. But to them, we're scum. We're the enemy. We're the barbarians at the gates of Rome. As for me, I see them as what stands in the way of our rising in society. So, we have to be smarter, sharper, better. We have to work harder to prove our worth. You represent more than just yourselves. You represent your family, your church, your race, and by God, you represent this ward and this department. We cannot abide chaos. Otherwise, we are nothing more than what they say we are. Our time has come. We will not only run this city, we will own every alleyway, every street, and every avenue. Now, you can be part of it, or you can get the hell out. The first order of business is to capture the reprobate, Burris Buzzy Burke. Now, there's a nice bonus in it for the man who does. Go get the bastard. Come on, lad. Come on. Come on. Up and at him, you're all right. You'll be all right now. All right. Go on, man. Go on.
Morning. Kevin Corcoran has sent an armed policeman to guard our door.
I'll be right outside, ma'am.
Everything is going to be just fine. I shall treat Dr. Hegel and return immediately.
The horse is lame. Can't you go another time?
Illness does not follow my schedule. Besides, you know how much Dr. Hegel means to me. I plan to jump on the train and return before dinner.
It's going to be fine, Sarah. You're going to have fun, just the two of us. Go on, Doctor, go. You are certain Come on. The son of a bitch comes through the door, I give him a third eye. Where did you come by such bravado? Not the easy way, honey.
General Donovan, I heard you were back. How was your war?
Obviously not as bad as yours.
Well, if you're back to settle up with my old man...
Please, no. I heard of Norbert's situation from the front. Of course, we had business affairs together, but that can all be sorted in time.
I had my accountants pull all the records.
To be honest, the first thing I wanted to do when I got home was to shake the hand of the man who saved New York.
Please. I had a lot of help. Mostly from your boys down in the 6th Horn.
Good to hear. They're a fine bunch of lads.
Did your contracting business suffer in your absence?
I'm the kind of man who likes to think that everything suffers in my absence.
Since you were home in time, my wedding will not have to be so afflicted.
So I've heard. The wedding of the season.
It would be an honor to have Tammany Hall represented at the affair.
I never pegged you for the marrying kind, Major.
Even the sturdiest of bachelors yearns for the solace of a steady love.
Then it must be love. I heard your bride-to-be's dead husband was mortgaged up to his sideburns.
Mr. Morehouse.
These are all the records we could find regarding your dealings with Norbert.
I'm always up for a good party. Major, I'm off to do my rounds of the 6th.
Amazing. And now a Tammany 8th added to my wedding list.
Eavesdropping is not a charming quality in a bride.
Keep this up and I will make you a note.
Oh, don't tempt me. But all the excitement I nearly forgot. Great news. They captured the traitor, Kennedy, in Detroit.
Great news indeed. What are you doing? It's lovely too. I told you not to touch my daughter's things.
Doctor, your condition.
That's why I summoned you. I'm leaving for the desert. I know as well as you, dry air is my only hope. So, I will just say it. I want you to take over my practice.
Doctor, I no longer live in 5 Points. Besides, I have a wife to consider.
How is Sarah since she lost the baby?
Frankly, a lot stronger than I expected. She learned by watching me work all these years how common such an occurrence can be.
I'm happy to hear she is well. So, we will leave this ward in the capable hands of Dr. Grimes. That insult to the name doctor won't touch a patient darker than daylight. And you know that makes the ones he refuses to treat lucky. Grimes has killed more babies than King Herod. This ward needs you.
I'm not being fair.
This is 5 Points. Fairness is an unknown quality.
No. I would say rare, but not unknown. But I cannot be its savior, any more than you could.
I did not train you to heal so you might run off and tend livestock in the country. tape reporting back to me, Detective.
Detective Corcoran is a hunter of men. That is an endeavour to which no clock should ever apply. Corcoran, have an oyster. Princess Bay's pulled fresh from the harbour this afternoon.
No, thank you.
Please. You need your strength for when you run down Burke. Tell us, how goes the search?
Frustrating. We've raided every location tied to Burke, even tore down the bandit camp by the river. No sign of him.
Have you had a good sense to leave town?
Buzzy? Huh. Don't count on it. Keep turning over every stone. He'll slither out eventually.
Buzzy Burke was my first caller.
Really? What happened?
The desk sergeant left me out of the precinct, said, "This man is untouchable," told me I was to apologize to Mr. Burke.
Did you?
I had no call to.
Christ, Corcoran. Always with the righteousness.
Buzzy Burke made himself very useful to a lot of people for a long time.
So what happened?
He moved himself from the asset side of the ledger to the liability side.
You care to share what type of transgression can turn a man from king of the streets to a hunted dog?
Corcoran.
Buzzy Burke started to believe his own malarkey, Detective. No, Captain, thank you. I have a firm rule, one whiskey always. Clarity of mind.
Sorry, gentlemen. Informant says Buzzy Burke's hiding out in a flop house over on Baxter.
All right, then go. Good luck. I do miss being a copper, Sully. Don't you?
And you're all to the front.
Get out of my way! Get out, boys! Outside, Buzzy, go!
Christ. That ain't Buzzy Burke. Jesus, you're right. That's Bug-Eyed Boyle. Awfully sorry, missus.
Do you like country life? I was raised on a plantation. I was born into isolation.
Oh, God. I can last about an afternoon picnic in the park. Then I start clamoring for action. Movement. I've been a city girl all my life. Berlin, Hamburg, New York, New Orleans, London.
I was fond of the city till the draft riots. What they done to my brothers, I can't find the strength to move past the memory.
I was in 5 points for the riots.
Still, I close my eyes, and all I see is my brothers hanging from that damn lamppost.
You have every right to your rage.
Matthew says I can't let the memories poison me.
They weren't his brothers hanging from the lamppost.
No, they wasn't.
But he's right, you know.
Matthew is right about many things, but on this, I'm not so sure.
You do have a choice. As hard as choosing to focus on what's still to come, maybe.
What about you? What about what this man, Buzzy Burke, has done to you? Carving his initials in your back. How will you move past that?
First, with your help, I will heal my flesh. And then, I will have this pretty little artist boy that I know come into the paradise and paint a picture of Buzzy Burke's face on the bottom of the new privy that I'm having built. And until I die, every day, before I squat, I say, "Good morning, Buzzy. How are you doing today?"
Dr. Freeman! Dr. Freeman! It's okay. I'm right here. Please don't tell Corcoran. I was only taking a piss.
You were to protect my wife and Eva.
Come on, Doc. At least be a good nigger about it.
You have got to be kidding me.
So here I is, Buzzy Burke in the flesh. Sit! Close the door. So he is looking for me. So I says to myself, Buzzy, why don't you save that cute poor copper the trouble? Why don't you go down there? See what he wants with Buzzy Burke.
Please, Kevin, please.
Silence, woman. Don't you dare soil yourself. Let's put that gun down there, copper. That's it. Come on. Your copper worth his salt only carries one shooter. Let's see the other bargain iron you've been carrying.
See, there you have it. Now let her go.
Huh? Now you and me, we's gonna get real intimate like. Come closer. On your knees.
Buzzy.
Closer. I want to smell that pretty hair of yours. Just like the missus here, hmm? Come on. Don't be shy. I won't bite. Not like that whore friend of yours that took me ear off. You should have stayed out of my little duet with Eva Heisen, you should have. But you didn't, did you? You thought you were some kind of hero. Close your eyes. Close.
Enjoy your new home, princess.
They tell me there's a copper here.
I guess the poor wee lad wasn't cut out for life in the towns.
Every morning, me Johnny, he says to me, Mummy, I love you bigger than all America.
Corcoran, let's go.
It's all right, Mr. McGrath. We'll do everything we can to locate John's killer and find your other son.
Now the 5 Points gutter snipe meets his maker prematurely. Surprise, surprise.
It's tough. One son dead, the other missing.
I hope you don't consider that a coincidence.
I like what I've heard about you. You went off to war and fought like a Spartan, but when ordered to, came back to the city and fired upon your own during the draft riots.
Can't say that's my proudest achievement.
Yes, but you know what an oath means. You know what chain of command means.
Excuse me, General Donovan, sir. I don't mean to trouble you.
No trouble at all.
I was let go when they closed the tannery on Mott, and well, I'm able-bodied. See, I'm not looking for a handout, but I have 9 little ones, sir.
Can you swing a hammer?
Like a demon, sir.
Go down to the buildings department. Tell Walton that the organization sent you.
Thank you, sir.
How's Miss Heisen?
She's as tough as any master sergeant I met in the army, General.
Please, call me Donovan. She stands to gain from Buzzy Burke's demise.
How's that?
With Buzzy dead, his whores and his gaming operations have to land somewhere besides. I'd say she paid for it in blood.
She could use it. I hear they keep raiding her uptown joint.
Those boys in the 16th are tough. But by taking in Buzzy's business, she will more than make up for what she's losing uptown.
Only saying, if I'd have beat my brother dead, I'd skip town too.
Detective! Would you please come up? Do you have any news of my boys?
Yeah, we looked into your son's death. Apparently your boys were famous for knocking each other about.
And they were known to the police.
Only one time. That toothless bitch Mary Moynihan said they'd broken into her place, but it wasn't me boys.
Jesus, let's not lie to the cops now.
Oh, piss off. Mr. See you once in a decade himself. How would you know? Be surprised if you remember their names.
We think Michael beat his brother to death and ran off.
Are you mad, Copper? Sure they fought, like any boys their age. But their love for one another was fierce, powerful. And we Michael would never leave me alone, no matter what he done.
Mr. McGrath?
Detective.
She's out of her head.
So where have you been?
I was serving my new country. And she was furious with me for volunteering. She's always given out about why the hell an Irishman would want to fight to free the niggers. But I felt it was my responsibility. And we're Americans now, you understand?
Yes, we are. Despite all the bastards telling us we're not. What about your boys?
I may not have been around as much as I wanted to. But no father deserves to lose a child. I mean, my boys, I loved them, but they were wild, brutal to one another. Of course, a mother will be blind to all that. You know Irish mothers and their sons, sure. You're a veteran yourself.
I was with the 71st.
That's a grand outfit. I was with the 69th. That's some shrapnel too close to my heart for them to operate. Yeah, I guess I'll carry the pieces to my grave.
There's no escaping what the war's done.
Please, Copper. Nothing but one heartbreak after another since I got here. But me sons, and me heart and soul. It's John on the left, Michael on the right. Promise me you won't stop?
I already promised you. Nothing's changed.
What news of the traitor Kennedy? Has he left Detroit? Is he en route?
There is nothing, as I have said. Repeatedly.
There must be some word.
What is your fascination with the traitor Kennedy?
How dare you question me?
Status quo. Kennedy has not left Detroit.
Sarah Freeman, madam. Oh, Sarah. I always forgot. I was so pleased when Dr. Freeman told Robert that you'd agreed to help me prepare for my wedding. This is Madame Gauthier. This is Sarah Freeman. Sarah, this is where you shall work.
So beautiful.
I am a widow, therefore white shall not be my colour on the day. I'm thinking peach, green, blue, something impassable. I cannot seem to make up my mind.
Mother,
I insist. Pink, pink, pink. Sarah, what do you think? Come on. I'm hiring you because I trust your skills, therefore I value your opinion.
With your skin tone, I would choose the gold.
Marvelous. Gold it shall be.
Oh. He's not the other McGrath boy.
Well, whoever he is, there's a real 5 points way to die. In the gutter with a wild dog chewing the balls off you.
I run a clean house. You do right by me, I do right by you. There are no flim-flams here. No Mickeys will be slipped. No customers robbed. I expect good, honest whoring. That's all. Any questions?
Buzzy made us do ass work. Are you gonna too?
If you so choose, but for a premium. Now go upstairs. Richie will show you your rooms.
Looks like Buzzy's demise is gonna be good for business.
Kevin. What brings you in at this unusual hour?
Just want to check in on you. Grab a quick drink to celebrate.
The end of Buzzy Burke.
That, and I'm on my way to the courthouse to watch Francis McGuire get what's coming to him.
The weapon, the gun listed here, a Lamont spring-action revolver, right here in black and white.
I know what's listed there.
You do. The bullets matching to the gun, they're listed here as well.
Yes, Your Honor, they are. However, that evidence has, well, that evidence has gone missing. Apparently.
So you stand before me with nothing but your prim little mustache and your impish demeanor?
According to the law.
You say the law? This is a mockery of the law. You and your cronies want our streets to be ruled by the law of the jungle? So be it. And you, Mr. McGuire, a copper, sworn to uphold the law. 2 of your victims were women. What kind of man victimizes women in the most foul manner? Why, someone who is no man at all, but an Irish beast. I shall rue the act of freeing you for the remainder of my days. Get him out of my sight!
Your Honor.
Next!
Here's the next case, Your Honor.
Congratulations.
Bill will come due, Mr. McGuire. Grand old 5 points. Home sweet bloody home.
Did you hear the news that's going around? 2 boys dead, several more missing. That's a hell of a story.
I can't have a repeat killer hunting my street.
Welcome to the Druids. Fed cash gang. The gun, the knife, they're just tools to get a job done. When do we start?
When Kevin and I were first courting, there was a kind of beauty to the silences. But not anymore.
I am not asking you to come with me.
The Rebel Kennedy!
I'll be there on the day that he hangs.